You know, the way this, I like just glancing at like the caption on this live video, it makes it look like we've been doing this for 20 years. Because it's like 20th anniversary edition.
I was just gonna say the same thing. I was like, we've been doing this for 20 years.
Well, Steve and I have been doing it for nearly 20 years. This is like
when was the first campaign invented? Like it's not even that preposterous.
New Cammack was 16 years ago, but we had started role playing, I think, like 3 or 4 years before that. So, like, us playing Vampire the Masquerade might be like close to 20 years.
I think it's more than 20 years. You started playing when we were sophomores in high school. That's 1999, my guy. That's 23 years ago. So
there's no way that's right.
I'm not trying to do math here. Sorry
so
for the memes.
The 20th anniversary.
But we were like hacking Miss Madsen's computer, and you were telling me about your path of thaumaturgy and shit, and I was like,
I was basically Augustine.
This is so detailed. I want to play. And the first game I went to, I ended up hanging out with some of the very best role players, people that didn't come all the time. And they were awesome. And I was like, this is the shit. Like, I want to do this all the time. I'm so into this. And
I think once you realize that you could amass political power and manipulate people, and that it was like kind of a positive outlet for all of your
first
worst
day.
urges.
Yes. And even when I was doing politics at Ball State, I was still playing this game, and I was very much able to take out some of the more Machiavellian impulses within the safe confines of Vampire the Masquerade, rather than my actual foes and opponents. Though I did, generally lay waste to them.
So shall we?
Let's do it.
We ready to rock?
Let's go.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Welcome back to New Cammack. In the last session, the gang entered what appears to be the underground sanctum of the Horseman Death, which was guarded on the outside by a mortal security guard armed with a rifle, and on the inside by a collection of 3 human zombies, as well as the animated corpses of 2 large animals. One was Wally, the ghouled alligator that had been raised by the local Nosferatu and then abandoned to die in the sewers when that clan fled the city. The other was Mama, the huge bear that Darby punch-murdered on his first night in the city. A mummy-like man wearing a mask and flicking a snake-like tongue animated these creatures before running out of the room and diving into the pool of water containing Wally, and he is currently swimming to the bottom of this pool where a large pipe provides an exit, but is blocked by iron bars. Upon seeing the resurrected Mama, the remnant of Darby's soul inside of Thurgood awakened and took over Thurgood's body, resulting in the glorious resurrection of Darby, who, upon seeing the maggot-covered rotting corpse of his former rival roaring at him, immediately charged it with 2 chakrams in his hands. Excavo, meanwhile, is about to shoot Zombie Mama, and Augustine is trying to tiptoe behind her to get into the adjacent room where Archibald is trying to evade Wally's snapping jaws by grabbing Wally's pet collar and mounting him so that Archibald might ride on top of the alligator rodeo style. The stakes are high. The person assumed to be Death, one of the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse, is attempting to escape. And if he does, he will rejoin Famine and War and continue playing a key role in Famine's mission to rid the world of all vampires, such as our 4 heroes.
The stakes are high. The stakes are wood.
Oh, God
that
damn
is my
it.
time.
Stakes were made.
Stakes.
Actions have been declared. Wally is trying to bite Archibald. Archibald is trying to dodge by mounting on top of Wally. Death appears to be trying to escape, the presumed Death. Mama is trying to attack whatever is closest to her. Excavo is trying to shoot Mama. And was that specifically a called shot to the head?
It would be.
I think that's what you called out. You wanted to shoot her in the head.
And that is what I would do in this situation.
It's effective.
And Darby, you said you were charging at Mama with 2 chakrams. Was
That's right.
your goal to throw both of them, or just to like use them for 2 attacks with celerity?
In my mind, I was gonna stab. Like that's been a successful move for Darby. Like actually clawing them and holding on to them and using them sort of as melee weapons. So I'm charging and doing a double stab, 2 separate stabs with celerity.
So we will go with Archibald's action first. That sounds like
Dex and Brawl?
yes, dexterity plus brawl to mount this zombie alligator.
Like you do.
And like, just to clarify, we don't mean mount in like a bad way. Just like
Don't
On
we?
top of?
Like a
it's
steed.
not like it's not like inappropriate. It's like a
Yeah,
horse.
yeah.
I know some of the listeners are gonna hear that word and take it the wrong way.
Well, however they take it, it looks like you did it.
I think so, because the
Seems
1 and the
good.
10 cancel out, and then I did pretty well.
That
So I think
is
Yeah.
3 successes.
Okay, I grab this thing by the collar and I say, "Yeehaw!" You know, in the voice that Archibald has.
Darby's spirit definitely like affecting those around him. He's inspired everyone. Can Archibald see through the doorway that Darby is back? Did he hear Darby's like war cry?
He
Does
heard
everyone kind of
Darby.
know? Yeah. So you may have been inspired by the return of Darby to the fight. So a yeehaw, not totally inappropriate.
There we go. The spirit of Darby. The USS Darby.
Darby, give me your first melee plus dexterity attack for your first chakram attack.
Okay, that is going to be 7. And do I get a potence bonus for this?
Potence will apply to the
The
strength
damage.
roll. Yeah.
Okay.
Or the damage roll. Can we go ahead and have you cross the room here? 6
like-
successes.
Pretty solid. All but one of those carries over into damage, is that correct? Or can I use them on the second roll to hit? What order are we doing this?
Your second action, your celerity action, that is going to be that's going to happen at the end of the round. But yeah, you'll have 5 bonus
okay.
dice.
Great.
For damage.
Sick. Darby returning with a vengeance.
Augustine, you are trying to sneak by Zombie Mama. Zombie Mama is swiping and trying to grab whatever's near her, and you will have to move pretty close to her. So if you want to not get grabbed, that's going to require a dexterity plus athletics roll just to sort of like dodge out of the way and get behind her.
I believe I don't have great stats on that. Let's see. Total of 4.
Great stats does not guarantee success.
True.
That, though,
But it
unfortunately,
can mean
is a
failure.
botch.
That's a botch.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Let's
Uh-oh.
go ahead and move poor Augustine.
Looks like I'll be growing another limb.
You have had pretty bad luck.
Scalo, give me a dexterity plus firearms roll. Difficulty, if it's a headshot, which will do more damage. I'll say, yeah, it does more damage if it lands. Difficulty is going to be 8 for that.
Why do I do this to myself?
Because you're a good role player and your character thinks more of herself than what she is actually good at doing. You're doing a great job. Not min-maxing at all.
Wah, dice. Here we go. No.
No, she didn't get it. Not a botch, though.
No.
If it were a botch, Augustine would have fallen down and she would have shot him in the head.
Or Darby. Darby's kind of...
Okay, wait. Don't worry about Darby.
well, I guess either or, yeah.
The
But
general
Darby's
rule
closer.
is on a botch, the funniest version of a failure happens.
I'm afraid. That's exactly what I'm afraid of.
So Archibald may see out of the corner of his eye. Death is doing something underneath him in the water, but still appears to be blocked by a pipe with like iron bars spaced like 6 or 8 inches apart from each other that like, a person wouldn't be able to fit through.
But I see that he somehow has gotten through.
Has not gotten through, but is like swaying to
Okay, he's
it.
near it. Okay.
And is like grabbing it, and there's some sort of movement. Mama is going to roll for attacking Augustine.
I think Augustine's got to hope for some also comically bad rolls here.
Oh, doesn't even roll him in the game.
Oh, man.
A little
I
extra
don't like
drama.
that face.
There's like a storyteller mode to roll dice. Not good enough.
You want to see him on the? I can do him on the screen.
No. You're the DM.
Yeah.
My
true
other
story.
DM never rolls in front of us, so you rolling in front of me is like a privilege.
If it
Rolling on
creates
camera seems really risky. Like I don't know.
You need a top-down camera.
that would be cool. And I could probably pull that off if I prepared it for next time.
Mm-hmm.
You would have seen that Mama got 3 successes on her 5 dice. Finally, Wally is attempting to attack Archibald before he can get up on Wally's back.
Good gator.
3 successes. So here's how I think that gets resolved. I don't actually remember off the top of my head if like you have to get more dodge successes or at least the same number of dodge successes, but I'm going to say they cancel out. You successfully dodge Wally's bite. You don't successfully get like a solid mount on his back. In a wrestling sense, not in a sex sense, unless if you declare that explicitly.
Okay.
Very explicitly.
Good to know.
So that happens in the other room. Augustine does not make it into the other room. He slips and falls underneath Mama, who falls down on top of him and attempts to bite him in, let's say, the head.
That's where I keep my favorite things.
You can't keep tomatoes in there.
Shows what you know. All he does is put vegetables in people's heads. It's like his whole thing.
Yeah, it's like
That is 4
4
successes. That is 4 lethal. Augustine should now soak that damage with his 3 stamina dice.
That's not bad.
What'd you get?
not great luck. 1 success.
Ooh, 3 lethal. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. You can heal that in 1 turn.
Mama bears down on Augustine, who
Oh,
tries to run past her, slips and falls basically directly where she was aiming, and has Zombie Mama chomp on his head, neck, and shoulder pretty badly. There's a bit of gore, bit of blood spray, teeth really sink in. However, Augustine, you feel the zombie bear's teeth sink into you, and then there's a very odd thing. You feel a snap, and Mama rises up, and her already broken jaw snaps completely off. The lower jaw falls down and is just hanging by like a couple tendons. And it appears that though she laid a pretty good bite into you, she's now no longer capable of biting. Not having a lower jaw anymore, which was because of Darby, who originally broke it so many moons ago.
How is
like
Baby
me.
reacting to this?
Oh, shit. So Darby had... Augustine had the bear cub. Was trying to run with it.
I think I was still
slipped.
in helmet mode.
Is he still on your head?
Yeah.
This seems traumatic for him.
Bear cub fell off and is on the floor nearby, I'll say. That makes the most sense. And is very confused about all the commotion.
Yeah, I feel like whatever this creature looks like, it doesn't smell like his mom anymore, right? Like it's like a
Well, maybe a
putrid
tinge.
corpse.
I would love for the bear cub to like kind of stand up on 2 legs and look longingly at it and just say, "Mother, is that you, Mother?
No,
Mama.
come on. No, don't do that. to
Mama.
Darby. Why you gotta be like that?
If there's any like fur on it, it would smell like her.
There's like an open oral cavity now, though.
Yeah,
right above
it's
me.
just like
And
it's
I mean,
it just-
perfect size for a tomato. Hello.
lower jaws just flapping.
There's so many unpleasant words in this conversation.
Hey, Augustine, did you say there's an oral cavity above you?
That's right.
Better break out that Colgate, dog.
Oh shit.
Boo.
This is the worst joke of the show. Ding, 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 ding.
I think you could top it.
No, it's the worst joke of the show so far.
Darby charges into Zombie Mama with a chakram. Please roll strength plus potence plus 6.
13 dice.
Gonna be a lot.
Okay. And
It's a big pile of
2
dice.
Whoa.
That's bad. I think that's 4 successes, right?
It's a lot of dice.
I see 4.
4 dice of damage in your face, bear. And so as Darby attacks, he is he's yelling at Thurgood. He's like, "Bears suck. Nature's terrible. In your face." It's just like clearly angry at Thurgood. "Get out of my head. Get out of my body." And he's just like taking it out on Mama.
Your chakram dives deep into the back of Zombie Mama's neck as she's chewing on Augustine and sinks in a few inches, and you're clearly doing some structural damage. Normally blood would spray out, but this is a reanimated several-day-old corpse. So it's more like just some goo oozes out and gets on your chakram, and it's kind of gross. And as you do that, you hear Excavo's shot fly over your shoulder and hit an adjacent wall.
Shit!
Darby, give me another melee plus dexterity roll. I see
ma'am.
4 successes. And now give me a strength plus potence plus 4 roll for damage.
Oh no, I did bad.
I see 1 success.
One success. Barely succeeded.
Barely.
Soaked. Oh no.
Not soaked.
Not
Your second chakram, you stumble a bit. Your aim isn't that good, but it does cut across Mama's shoulder, and it seems like it's nicked probably some important like tendon or something like that. So it's
Darby's still doing the same. Like, where's your science now, bitch? Where's your zoology now? Just very hostile and wouldn't make sense to anyone.
Because
that
the
didn't know
bear's
what he
the
was
one who
dealing
studies
with.
the zoology.
just the absolute opposite of Thurgood.
Yeah. And I hate that.
Wally is next round. Wally is once again trying to bite Archibald. He's going to continue doing that. Mama is continuing to try to maul Augustine.
Is she phased at all by not having a jaw?
Trying to claw Augustine. Thank you.
I didn't know if she would still try and bite.
Just
She's
kinda like-
zombie.
Like, just come down hard with the top, you know?
Like high five, but with teeth.
Excava, are you staying where you are and trying to shoot Mama again?
No, I want to move in. I want to scoot close. How far can I move?
You can clear the room.
I want to know what goes through her head as she misses the shot. Like, is she just like, really fast bear, you know? Just...
I think I would go zoot, and I would I would actually like roll. I want to be the coolest gunslinger. Like, I pick up this gun and I'm like, I want to be the best at the gun.
So you're
And
doing
I'm
like your
like, I'm a-
impression of Mission Impossible, like combat roll across the room.
Like, yeah, because I'm usually the one in the van doing the hacking, and now I have the gun and I'm like in the room. Like, oh.
So you're megalomaniacal and resentful of being kept in the van, and you're like, I'll show these fuckers.
She's also both lazy and impatient.
Yeah.
Guess I'll
So I
have
want to
to
get
do
it done. It doesn't always have to be me, but I want to get it done.
And she wants to be in charge, but she's also shy.
That's tough. Tough mix. I think she's doing great. Keep it up.
And she's also coldly logical and a Malkavian.
Yeah.
A lot of contradictions. So you are diving across the room and then shooting again?
No,
She's
I
like
would
doing a
just...
somersault.
No, I
think-
wouldn't do a somersault. I would just
Cartwheels.
go in. I would come into like, okay, is this all like stuff in the way over here? What's going on over here?
There's another corpse of the horse that Darby killed.
Those are things.
Okay, so I'd have to like go around the things.
Yeah, but that you have enough movement capacity to... where would you like to be?
I want to be here.
Yeah, you can vault like around a table and over the
c'est
coffin.
c'est très cool.
There are like a few obstacles, but it's a short... We're talking like 5 yards. So yeah, you can do that.
Do I put my character there now, or do I just do that on my...
You can go ahead and put your character there now.
Okay, because yeah, I'd go here and I would shoot again.
Gustin, you are in a situation. What do you do about it?
Invariably.
Ruh-roh.
Are there any plants around?
If I'm not mistaken, I grabbed...
What is this? What is this green ball next to me?
Yeah, they were
That
like
is-
those reeds growing up.
Yeah, that is a
Yeah.
potted papyrus plant.
Oh.
I'm pretty positive it's potted papyrus. Purportedly.
Nice,
Are you
nice
particularly
alliteration.
positive?
Pending perusal.
So Paddington rolled off my head, so I don't have to worry about him. I'm going.
If that's your
I
point of
say
view.
you do.
Ooh, do I still have my knives that I exploded the orc's neck with?
Oh yeah, your Tonto. Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can get a sequel to Exploding Neck Action. I'm gonna try and send that straight through her face, or oral cavity, or whatever. I assume I don't have it in hand. It's just on my person, so I'd have to retrieve it and make a stabby motion. But from my view, I feel like making the stabby move would be pretty easy to not
So
botch.
since you're not moving anywhere, you could switch weapons, right? Is that right?
Readying a weapon and using it in the same turn, such as like unsheathing or like loading a gun or something, requires a split dice pool. Yeah, so it'll be like 2 actions, and you have to succeed in both of them. You have to like successfully get your weapon ready under pressure, and you have to successfully use your weapon. Or you can spend your entire action just getting your weapon ready, and if you're using your whole action to do that, then you just automatically succeed.
Whereas alternatively, it might be easier if I just grab a handful of plants and shove it in her open orifice and cast.
Do you have a handful of plants?
I have pockets full of plants that I could just... I don't know. I don't know. Would that be a readying action to just like grab a fistful of stuff out of my pockets?
Reach into a pocket, put it in her oral cavity, and then cast a spell.
We can say
All in
mouth.
one?
Mouth
That
is
seems
okay.
like a lot.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, half of it's gone.
Yeah, it's not quite a mouth anymore. Like it's a face hole, literally. You know what? I think that's the ticket. I've been
But would
I've been
that be a
practicing
split
this
action then
shtick,
to
and
do that all in one turn?
I mean, even if it is, my dice pool for that is much higher than trying to ready a knife and stab with it.
What effect are you trying to get?
Grow something so violently that it explodes her head.
Yeah.
If you get a lot of successes, I'll say maybe.
It's not conventional, but it's effective.
And it'll
It
still
keeps
be
working.
it'll still be soakable by her. So this is a high difficulty thing you're trying to do, but I'm going to say it is possible
heck yeah,
for you
it'll
to
be
do.
soakable. It'll be all up in her head.
You will still need to split your dice pool for grabbing seeds, sticking them in. I'm going to say you can do it as one action, sticking a handful of seeds into this zombie bear's face, and then your second action will be growing. Granted, The way splitting your dice pool works, you have to split the smaller of the 2 actions dice pools. So it kind of doesn't matter that you have a larger dice pool for your thaumaturgy action.
Balls. Okay.
Okay, but you're committed to that? You want to do that?
Yes. In the interest of staying true to character and also not going back and forth too much. Let's do this.
Darby, gonna keep chakraming Mama? Weird sentence.
I think no. I think I'm out of chakram. Like I think as I stabbed last time, I left them in there if they had any purchase.
Okay.
And I'm going in for essentially a repeat of how I killed the bear last time.
Oh,
so
God.
I'm trying to like fisticuffs punch the bear to death. So yeah. And quite frankly, I think in this blind rage that Darby's in, he's like staring daggers at the baby bear, you know, just, I don't give a fuck, you know, just really going for it. Maybe that's a humanity check. I don't know. Pretty messed up. And yeah, so that's my plan.
The bear cub is going to be that little girl in Kill Bill that saw,
yes.
You know what I'm talking about.
If you fail this humanity check, you become more like a bear. Instead of like a bear.
Are you burning for celerity?
I am going to use it for the dex.
Okay. And finally, Archibald, you very narrowly escape getting chomped by Wally. What are you doing now?
Actually, you know what? I feel like Darby would do a combination of fists, so I'm sorry. I am going to split my dice pool. My apologies. So I'm going to punch with the left and right hand. Okay.
No celerity, but 2 actions.
No, I'm burning for celerity to be able to use full dice on
gotcha.
each action, so I'm revising my statement about that. Sorry.
Archibald.
Okay, trying to remember from a couple weeks ago. This is not a normal sized gator. This is a large gator, right?
It's a big gator.
Still within the realm of gator possibility?
I guarantee.
Oh, yeah, it's not a supernaturally large gator.
Oh, okay.
It's just a
Okay.
large gator.
Like a
Right
Croczilla type of situation.
Okay.
We're Yankees. They're all very large.
And there's no change with Mumra. He's still just messing around down there.
Still at the bottom of the pool, apparently
Okay.
blocked by bars.
And this thing is just continually biting. I'm behind him, right?
Yeah, in the last few seconds, the last thing they did was try to bite you once, miss you, and then try to bite you a second time.
And now I don't have a good hold on it behind him, but I am
Correct.
behind him.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're sort of beside Wally while he's trying to turn around and get to you.
Okay, but I don't have a hold on the chain, so I'm going to basically, I guess, do a repeat of last time because I want to be secured behind this thing. I see that as being the only way, because if I swim away, that thing's faster than me, and he will catch up and bite me a lot.
Archibald, I'll say that you kept a couple fingers on the pet collar around Wally, and you did successfully grab it, but not successfully enough to mount on top of the alligator rodeo style. So I'm going to say this time you can use your strength plus athletics plus brawl to use your strength to get a firm grip and get on top of the alligator.
Yeah, if I'm going to do what I hope to do next, I'm going to have to be secure, or else I'm going to get really, really bit.
Shit.
Let's see how this goes.
Could have been worse.
Yeah.
Could have been worse. I didn't botch, at least.
2 successes. All right, next up, Darby, give me your first dexterity plus brawl roll.
Oh, I think that's a botch.
Fuck. No, it's not a botch because you do have success dice. You have 3 successes and they're all canceled out, so that's just no successes on it.
Okay, just a fail. Okay, wait a minute.
Waiting.
So actually, Darby is so lucky
Fuck!
that did not happen like that.
Oh, man.
And I am going to roll again.
The fates would intervene in this situation.
How do you get to do that?
That's a merit.
I only have a couple of, it's like wishes. You have to kind of like pick your spots. I can only do it a few times, but I am doing it now.
3 times per story.
Oh, wait. Does trying to mount an alligator count as a daredevil activity? Should we be factoring that into my rolls?
For sure.
They're not supposed to be used. They're explicitly not supposed to be used in combat situations. It's supposed to be for exceptionally risky non-combat actions.
Okay.
Well,
So-
wait. Were you trying to damage him, though? You were just trying to ride
I was not
him.
attacking him. I'm trying to ride him.
So it's not really combat. It's like a pure movement action.
It's
So that what is your intention? Is it to
here's the thing though. If it's not an attempt to dodge, then his successes won't subtract from the alligator's bite successes.
Yeah. I'm going to keep it. The end goal is going to be combat. So
I am,
don't worry.
however, going to say,
Yeah.
and I don't want this to be abused, but I'm going to say because this is an especially weird thing that you're doing, I will say you do get to use your daredevil dice on this. I say because I'm going to make an exception because it is a defensive thing instead of an offensive thing, and it's an especially weird defensive thing that you're doing.
you're making I didn't plan for this exception.
I'll say sure.
All right. Well, I mean, I already rolled, but maybe the next one.
Let's do
roll 3 more dice.
Darby's luck roll first.
Let's go, baby. Darby needs a new pair of shoes. Better. Much better. 4 positive successes. A net increase of 4. Let's go. Pretty good. Pretty good logical flip there.
And Archibald, roll 3 more dice for me.
Well, I did just reread the description and saw the thing where actions should be difficulty 8 and have the potential to inflict at least 3 health levels of damage if failed.
Go ahead and do it anyway.
Okay. I'll roll 3 more.
This
and
is
we'll
an
just add 'em to
inappropriate.
the other ones.
Yes, this is an inappropriate
Okay.
use of this merit, but we're going to do it anyway because it's fun.
Inappropriate use.
Oh, 2 successes even with difficulty
Shit.
8. Look at that.
So that was 2 successes before and 2 successes. So that's 4 total then.
Correct. So Augustine, you are now trying to shove seeds in Mama's face hole, mouth. Still a mouth.
Orifice.
It's even more of a mouth now.
Oh, God.
Extra mouth
With
hair.
even more mouth.
Really?
So that would be dexterity plus athletics to do that. And if that is your pool that you are splitting, you are to roll 2 dice now. And I'm going to say because you're so close to the mouth, difficulty is 4. And because the mouth is so large. Fuck.
Can I?
Whoops. 4 total. That's the success. It's 4 total.
Uh-huh.
I think I just like get drool on my hands and moisten the seeds in my hand. That's what that sounds like.
They just need some water, right?
Do you, however, follow through and start growing the seeds that you shove your fistful of seeds and you miss the mouth? Do you still choose to start growing them?
Then they would grow in your hand.
Yeah.
What would Augustine do?
I'm going to say you have the chance to pull back and like not do that.
Could he try it again?
I think he's just like struggling. He's disoriented because he just got his whole like facial and shoulder region fuckered up. So like
Fuckered up.
he doesn't follow through with growing them, but he doesn't retract. He's still trying to like, yeah, God, Wally! He's just trying to, like... He will continue to try and shove it into her mouth hole as best he is able with in his currently pulled pork state.
Pulled pork steak.
Yeah, I got mauled. I'm all
Nah,
like...
This is a bear episode. We had hogs a few episodes ago.
Is there a word for bear meat?
Excavo, give me a dexterity plus firearms roll. I think it's 4. Wait, no.
No, it's 3.
Yep, 3 for it.
Well,
You got 1.
I got 1. And I didn't, I wasn't trying to aim for the head. I was just like frustrated I couldn't get it from all the way back there. So I'm like, just, well, I would two-hand it.
Mama bears down and is trying to claw at Augustine. And Wally is trying to bite Archibald again. And if Wally does not succeed, Archibald will be mounted on top of Wally.
Just what I've always wanted.
You're so excited. I love it.
Then I can finally do my yeehaw for real.
Oh my god.
2 successes. Half of what Archibald got.
Yeehaw.
So Archibald's move counts as a dodge. Archibald mounts on top of Wally successfully and holds on tight. Darby, give me that second dexterity plus brawl roll for punching Mama again.
3 successes.
Roll damage for the first one. That's going to be strength plus potence plus 3.
It's rolling, taking its time. 4 successes. I don't really think this is grappling so much. So no crits.
And give me another strength
Soaks.
plus potence plus 2 roll for damage for your second punch.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Nah, he's more of a grappler than a boxer, so this isn't really his thing. Only with Mama Bear does he, for some reason, go into a furious rage and want to punch her in her
I
little
got a
bear.
box.
Punch her in her mouthy mouth.
Darby's fists slam into Mama's face with I'm guessing like a hook and then an uppercut.
Yeah, a combination. Still railing at Thurgood the whole time. Oh, I bet you wish this was a kangaroo, huh? Maybe you'd have a chance to fight back, you little bitch.
Zombie Mama is very damaged by it. You feel something in her head soften, and goo and slobber and maggots spray off of her, and she stumbles backward. She's fully off of Augustine at this point.
Oh no, don't stumble this way.
Directly into Excavo. No. Excavo,
Don't! I'm dodging. I'm not gonna catch her.
4 dice for damage, please.
Would I not see her and like try and get out of the way?
Oh no, she doesn't actually. I was joking. She doesn't actually run into you.
1 success.
1.
He clipped her.
I got a maggot on me.
Ooh.
Mm.
Nature is gross.
Imagine a maggot spray.
Your bullet blasts right through her chest, and you see it exit with a little spray of dead bear gunk. And you confirm that you do hit her and do damage. And I'm going to say that interrupts what Mama was going to do, because she is so successfully punched off of Augustine. And that is the end of the round. Wally is trying to thrash around and dislodge Archibald. What would an alligator do? Like try to... Wally... Is it called a death roll? Where they spin their tail around and the whole body sort of log rolls? Zombie Wally starts doing that and tries to do it fast enough to actually throw Archibald off, which I think is
So
going to be...
spinning like this way?
Like a
Not
log
doing a
rolling?
flip. Okay, like a log rolling.
Yeah. Not like a dolphin, but like a
Like a log.
like a hot dog on one of those like convenience store things.
Okay.
Or pick your example. Mama is getting her bearings, and
Of course, Jesus. So many of those this episode.
I don't even mean to get her bearing down.
This is like the third.
Believe it or not, I didn't mean to.
She was bearing down. She's getting her bearings.
I stumble into all the best puns. Mama's pissed off at both Darby and Excavo because both of them have just hurt her. She's confused by what Augustin is doing, but doesn't see him as any sort of threat, obviously. And Excavo is going to be targeted as well as Darby because Mama's splitting her dice pool to try to claw at both of you at the same time. Excavo, what are you doing? You have a chance to just shoot or dodge or do both.
Don't do it.
What?
I just understood what his background picture was for. Absolutely not.
I would shoot again. I would.
Cool.
It would probably be easier because she's like right there.
I think you could also activate Obfuscate so Mama can't see you. Just
Could I?
among your options. But then when you shoot, Obfuscate would be deactivated, so...
Right, because I'm immediately going to shoot.
Yeah, it would be of limited use. Yeah, okay, so you're just shooting. That makes sense. Augustin, you are still, let's say, on your back. What is your plan? Pop up and fist Mama's mouth? Or however you would phrase it.
Differently.
I mean, she's completely off of me now, right?
She's reared up on her hind legs.
She has dismounted.
Yeah,
Yes.
I got her off when I fisted her in the mouth.
That was unbearable.
I think I'm going to try and... Ah, shit, I still got the seeds. She's upright. Would I have to use an action to stand and try and, like, standingly shove the seeds in her mouth?
Standingly?
Uprightingly? What do?
You would... there is an answer to this. It's...
No, I looked it up. Neither standingly nor uprightingly is a word. Both of them. Ruling issued.
Yeah, it would be a dexterity plus athletics roll. And if you succeed, then it doesn't take an action. If you fail on that roll, then it takes a full action to get to your feet.
Okay, so if I succeed in the roll, I'm still able to do the mouth shovey grow do
In the same turn.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's where I'm at.
You're going to try to pop up and grow some plants in Mama's mouth.
Yes.
And Darby, what are you doing?
Not eating salad, that's for sure. He wouldn't be caught dead doing that.
Has to be
he's
meth
only
salad.
he's only caught dead doing things, incidentally. But so, yeah, Darby just is in a bloodlust, and it's directed at Thurgood, but he doesn't have Thurgood. He has a bear, and so he's punching a bear. Jack Johnson and Tom O'Leary, fully on display. And if he has to resort to punting, he might, but he's not there yet.
Is he burning for celerity?
Yeah, I think until further notice, he is just left, right, just combinations in a blind rage, cursing at science and letting people make him sleep in the garage, just outraged at you just sitting in the car like a little bitch, like just really angry at Thurgood, messing up his initiative rolls. He holds Thurgood responsible for that. Just very mad. So yeah, until further notice, burning for celerity and punching bear.
And Archibald, what was your grand plan for what you were going to do after you've gotten on top of this alligator?
I'm just trying to think of a way to logistically do it, and I think I'm going to have to change my plan. I'm going to talk through it real quick. Okay, Archibald is no Thurgood, but he paid attention in his undergrad in biology, and also he paid attention when he would watch Animal Planet's The Most Extreme, and he knows that even though alligators have like the strongest bite force when they're closing of anything, they can't open it. So since he's repeatedly trying to bite me, I want to catch him in the interim. And what I want is to wrap something around him and basically like tie his mouth shut. But I can't think of a good way to do that while I'm also like trying to hold on to him. I thought about using my necktie or my like sledgehammer band thing that Darby made me, but I don't think I'm going to be able to get it around
I think
him.
you could use your tie.
Archibald seems like a belt wearer, and you can remove a belt with one hand.
True. I guess I could do that and like whip it around somehow. But I'm trying to think of like how I can hold on.
Are we
and
worried
do the
that's like
full
way too
action.
cool for Archibald? Like, doesn't that sound like really cool, like pretty badass?
Like a
thing to
hand in the
do?
air, other hand just.
Just unfurling his belt and lassoing up like this. This is very, very cool.
It does seem daredevilish.
Archibald's really cool. That's his whole thing.
I'm sorry, Santa Claus. I do not think that is his whole thing.
He has like extreme physical prowess. He's a Bruja.
I think you could do the belt.
He's
or
just
the
an
tie.
exceptionally
Either way,
nerdy
because a
bo-
tie, depending on how you tie it, you just. Or are you a bow tie wearer?
I'm not a bow tie wearer. I will do it then. I will try the thing.
Do you want to actually try to do this whole thing and like get the belt around his mouth like in this turn?
I mean, if we have to break it into multiple steps, we can.
How many dice would you have available for this?
You do have 2 dots of celerity, so you can do 3 actions.
Oh.
You have celerity.
Okay, then I will both remove the belt and try to tie him up when he... Because I think he's he's closing his mouth probably while he's... Or still biting while he's rolling me around. Which makes it even more cool.
How about we structure it this way?
It's too cool. This is under protest.
There's going to be a strength roll to make sure that you hang on. And then if you burn for celerity, you will have 3 actions. I think in fairness, one of the actions should be getting your belt out or tie or whichever you're doing. And then we can say the 2 remaining actions can both be attempting to get it around Wally's mouth. If the first one fails, then you'll have the second action to try it again.
Okay, that sounds good. I was going to default to something else, but I think this sounds like a fun, cool thing to do. Let's go for it.
Give me a strength plus potence plus athletics roll to hang on.
Here we go.
Damn.
That's pretty dang good, guys.
All
I got
successes.
that belt right off. Or wait, no, I held on like a pro. I'm a bucking bronco.
Yeah, belt off, that'll be no roll for that. We will circle back to Darby when Steve joins us again. Augustine, give me a dexterity plus athletics roll to see if you can pop up quickly in this turn.
That's me. Kimber, I can't believe you found that picture of me.
I did a thing!
3 successes.
Woo!
So you pop up immediately, and you can try to shove seeds into Zombie Mama's mouth. I'm going to say that you can split your dice pool and shove and grow in one turn, or you can break it up into 2 moves and shove probably more successfully in one turn, and then grow also more successfully in the next turn. And a reminder for everybody, you can spend a willpower point to get an automatic success on any action.
God, I wish I had known that. Yeah, we'll go ahead and just lodge him in that mouth hole. Just really get in there. Just rummage around a bit.
Like how you guys are just like destroying this bear in here and just in the next room.
You guys hear splashing. It's
Darby
clear.
does not know.
The muffled sounds of Archibald going, wee!
They're over there like Archibald's having a pool party and we're trying to fight this bear.
Darby, the people with heightened sense can hear you splashing around in there, but that's Probably all we know.
Yeah, we have no idea. We come in and
I've dispatched this gator. Hopefully that'll be cool.
Darby, give us a punch. Dexterity plus brawl, please.
Boom, bam!
7 successes. Jesus.
Okay. Almost all of them.
That's Jack Johnson right there.
And Augustin, give us same thing. Dexterity plus brawl.
I'm just on a kick for picking my weakest dice pools today. I think that's the theme for today. Hey, I did a thing.
Yeah.
2
Fair
things
enough.
in a turn.
2 successes.
This is like a good rolling round, I say before Excavo rolls.
Unfortunate.
Excavo, dexterity plus
Jinx is
firearms,
lit.
please.
I have 3 dice. Don't mess this up. Let's not mess it up. Okay. Okay.
No successes, but no.
I'm sorry, I did jinx that just now.
So let me see what.
Is the threshold like a 2? Because she's right there.
Difficulty 2. Your gun is already inside of the bear. Very difficult
And you
to miss.
still missed.
All right.
Big miss.
So she is going to use 2 of her dice against Excavo. We'll see how that plays out. Oh,
Wow.
Ooh, quite well.
Wow.
For the bear. Da bear.
That's illegal, isn't it?
and because
Not like that.
she's more pissed off at Darby, so 3 of her dice go to attacking Darby.
Oh, no.
Oh.
And
Wow.
they all succeed as
All
well.
16.
Just 5 successes in a row from
Wow.
Mama Bear.
Duh, bear.
And Wally is going to attempt to death roll Archibald off of him. That sounds like strength plus athletics. So 2 big dice pools.
1 big brouhaha.
6 successes to Archibald's 7 successes to hang
Oh,
on.
man. Clash of the Titans.
Close one.
Archibald, give me a dexterity plus whatever skill you think is most appropriate for lassoing a belt around an alligator's mouth from behind it.
Do you have an autoerotic asphyxiation dot? It's like a heroin addiction?
I was almost thinking somehow intelligence would be in this because I know to do this to a thing, but I think that's a hard bargain and that's not a skill.
I'm gonna say that like you would have to remove. Kimber, where did you get that photo? You would have to remove a hand from the collar to have 2 hands to tie it up. But once you do that, you can be hanging on to the belt.
True. That's a good way to think about it. I mean, it's either athletics or brawl, and I'm the same in both of those.
Okay.
So, okay. Dexterity plus, we'll call it athletics.
Say this part of the photo's gone.
Now, do potence or celerity factor into this at all?
No, they don't. Normally, celerity would add to
Okay.
your dexterity, unless if you burn it for extra actions.
Okay. Am I doing that right now?
Yes.
Because I'm doing like the 2. Okay. Oof. Well, good thing I'm burning for celerity.
Oh no, big oof.
Oh, that is a botch.
Very bad
Oh,
botch.
no. What?
You drop the belt. You try and swing it around,
Okay.
and it slips out of your hand. But
Okay.
you have 1 more action, and since you declared, what you're doing, I think it's fair to say that you can use your second action to grab the belt and get a hold of it again. Though you would not. I'm going to say you will not be able to actually grab it and get it around Wally's mouth unless if you get 5 successes on grabbing it. Then you are slick as hell and you pull it off.
So I'm just rolling the same thing.
Yep, roll the same thing.
Okay, let's cross our fingers, everybody. Do I need to remove a blood point too because I'm burning for celerity?
Correct, yeah.
Crossing fingers. Let's see. It's better. I grabbed it back again, I guess.
Yep. I'm going to say you still have a hold on Wally's collar, and you still have your belt, and you can try again later.
Okay.
All right. Next round, Wally is still trying to do that death roll thing. Oh, wait, we didn't do damage for...
My punches?
For anything, actually. Darby has one more punch, too. Give me a dexterity plus brawl roll for that second punch. I jumped way ahead.
2.
Looks like 2 successes. And for that first punch, go ahead and give me a strength plus potence plus 6 roll for damage. God damn.
It's 8.
8?
So Darby's continuing to rail at Thurgood, and he's like, "You're in my mind like a cordyceps fungus, just burrowing in and wait a minute." No! Just it made him even more angry.
She's aggravated because she's with her cub. She's getting territorial and defensive.
Oh, no.
And give me strength plus potence plus 1 for the second punch.
Thought I had 2 on the second punch.
Yeah, but you had 2 successes, and only one of those carries over to damage.
Got it. 1 success carried over from the damage roll.
Here is where are you aiming at?
With the left hand or with the right hand? With the first punch or the second punch? The first punch, I think, is like at the that forehead, like down from the top, you know? Yeah, like kind of coming down right at the bridge of the forehead.
So this is what Excavo and Augustine and Darby see.
I mean, Archie sees it.
Did I say Archibald?
I definitely don't see it. I'm busy.
We have 2 A names, and I keep mixing them up.
Oh, that's why you called us the A-team.
Darby cocks a fist back and hits Mama in the head so hard that his arm goes into her head and down her neck up to his elbow. Mama's body shudders for a moment, and you feel what must be the creature like exhaling its last breath, but because you are occupying all of this part of its anatomy, it just ends up being like this sputtering, splatting, like spray of fluids coming out your elbow. So at the moment, you are wielding Zombie Mama like a sock puppet, and your second punch is it lands, but is kind of irrelevant because you have very dramatically done a finishing move on Zombie Mama, who has been punch murdered for a second time.
Rip. And yeah, so Darby just I think flings the corpse off his arm toward Paddington. Just like backhands the corpse across the ground, grabbing his chakram mid-toss, and
off of it.
putting him right back on top of his wizard hat, and he feeds a little nut to the squirrel.
You crushed it.
Excavo fires off a shot, misses.
I just fire in the air.
Does Augustine pull back on his intentions to plant something in the bear, or does he still do that for some fucked up reason?
No.
I realized that, like, since Augustine's action was to stick his fist in Zombie Mama's mouth, within just about the same moment, Augustine went into her mouth and Darby went through the forehead. So both of you,
it's a double
fisted.
You punched each other's hands.
Double fisted her in the face, and then
extremely crushed.
Your fists would have met together like in her neck.
And you laced fingers.
I attempt to give him woogity. Woogity.
Me too, rocket power, woogity. No.
Do I need a frenzy check? Like, I don't know. I can't imagine how upset that would make Darby.
Is that what tips you over the edge? Is this it tips you over?
He's literally already in a blood rage. Like, I don't know why you would try to draw his ire right now.
I think more sincerely, like if he gets the punch in before I get there, even if my fist is partially on the way there with seeds in it, I stop and
no, you succeeded.
So it's just a thing.
It's in
so
there.
Like you just do it even if it's not appropriate. You just go. Like I wouldn't have shot if I'd seen.
Yeah, isn't that the advantage of them going after in the initiative roll? Is that they can decide to do something different?
Yeah, I think my argument is there's nothing about what Darby did that made what Augustin was attempting to do impossible. And Augustin did get 2 successes, so I think it's justifiable for me to describe how it played out that way.
Okay.
I hope you're happy.
Thrilled.
Great.
I'm almost curious, like, I almost want to grow the tomatoes anyway, to harvest the tomatoes, to see how many iterations of blood-grown tomatoes I would have to get before I get, like, sentient tomatoes.
Are you going to feed her bear cub tomatoes that you grew, like, in her corpse? Are you that fucked up?
No! Yeah, but...
If you want to grow plants, I will let you do that without a test. Just an expenditure of blood.
Okay. Yeah, I'll grow the plant and then harvest the seeds just so I have bear blood fed plant seeds for later use at something.
What are your motivations? I don't get them.
I'm a genius with plants. I don't even know what my thought is, but I think it'll be good. It'll be brilliant.
Okay. And that is the conclusion of this round. Okay, let's do another round.
Still in combat, Archibald?
So everyone is aware that Archibald ran into the other room, and so did Mum-Ra, the mummy-looking person presumed to be the Horseman Death. And everyone heard splashing and thrashing around. So everyone knows that there's a reason to run off into that room. Wally is trying to do the same thing. Wally is trying to get Archibald off of his back. Excavo, what is your move?
So, wait, we killed the only enemy who's in here. I'm gonna move into here and see what is even going on.
Go ahead and move your token to where you want to be.
Like there.
Makes sense. Augustin, what about you?
After harvesting my seeds, I retrieve my bear cub, and I don't know how fantastic I'm feeling. I know I'm kind of bloody, but
You notice that the bear cub has this, like, 1,000-yard stare, and is just staring at, like, the big hole where its mother's head used to be. And is just staring at it, and is very still and wide-eyed in a way that you've never seen before. And when you pick it up, it kind of snaps out of it, but it seems still like a little shell-shocked by it.
I mean, on the way shambling into the next room, I give it some comforting scritches right up on its dome space. Yeah, that's the move. That's the way.
Okay, go ahead and move your token on the map.
How does one calculate their movement range?
I think all of our movement range. Where did Augustin go? Oh, you're like way up.
Let's say I went that way. There. Yeah.
I believe just eyeballing it, I think that everyone's movement range is enough that they can basically get wherever they want to go into this room, like up to the edge of the water.
And now we have like one of those NPC crowds in the background cheering on Archibald. Yeah, mm-hmm. Just doing this motion the whole time.
Doing what motion?
That's a gif later, isn't it?
Darby, what about you? Joining everyone else?
Yeah, I'm just wondering how close I can get to the alligator. I mean, I think Darby's just running in as fast as he possibly can to the mix.
Let me check actually what the official movement rate is. So if you are running as fast as you can,
Now, I'm willing to burn for celerity too. if that
20
helps.
plus 3 times dexterity yards per. Yeah, you can clear this entire map in a turn if you need to.
Here's what I want to do, and you tell me what the roll is. I would like to step upon the back of Wally, as if this were a level in the Lion King Sega Genesis game. Like, I want to bounce off the alligator, dive in
The two
at
of them
death.
are submerged, though. They're like a
Yeah.
few feet.
Oh, my dream
And he's
is crushed.
rolling too.
Yeah, that's what I imagine myself jogging on the rolling alligator.
Oh, you want to do like
yeah.
one of those.
But I guess it's not meant to be. It's not meant to be. So I think I'm just going full elbow drop then.
I will say that your pointed chakram hat would be aerodynamic.
Oh, what a wonderful reminder. Yeah, so I'm going full Torpedo Tom. I'm just as if I were the underwater villain from Mario, who I believe his name is Torpedo Tom, relative of Bullet Bill. And so I'm diving through the water,
Torpedo Ted.
hat first at the alligator.
Okay, as an attack.
Yes, a screw attack with my hat leading the way.
Okay. And Archibald, are you going to burn for celerity and try like hell to wrap up Wally's mouth?
I guess I have backup, but I think it's still a good strategy because stopping that biter would be probably good for all of us.
Give me a strength plus potence plus athletics roll to hang on to Wally. 2 successes.
3 minus 1, yeah, 2.
Darby, what the fuck kind of roll would this be? You're running and diving.
That's right. Head first into an alligator in the water.
I like how I'm doing a really stupid thing, so you just have to get even more.
This should not surprise you at all.
Yep, Darby's back. Which I guess I still don't technically know that. I felt your spirit when I yeehawed, but I don't know that it's Darby. So as far as I'm concerned, Thurgood is just real wild now.
YOLO!
Yeah, because he still looks like Thurgood.
Yeah.
He just has a drawl that he didn't have before. I think the most fair way to do this is to say that Darby is splitting his dice pool between aiming and successfully reaching this alligator and also successfully cutting it.
I expect this to be somewhat challenging.
And that would be dexterity plus athletics and then dexterity plus melee. So your dice pool will be 7 split up however you would like.
Didn't I burn for celerity?
Did you?
Yeah. I said until further notice I was burning for celerity.
You did. Okay.
So I shouldn't have to split my dice.
Correct.
But otherwise, the same challenge, but get to use my full dice pool. You worried it's too easy.
No, I think that if you spend your first action getting to the alligator and no roll for that, and the second action is a roll to do damage to it, I think that's the most fair way to approach it.
So I don't have to roll for the swan dive portion?
I'm going to say, because it's not that big of a pool, if you're not trying to do 2 things in the same action, it will be easy enough to reach near enough to the alligator that you don't need to roll for that. So just give me thrusting a hat. I guess it's melee, dexterity plus melee roll.
Oh. Oh no. No successes.
And Augustin is just moving. Excavo is just moving. Wally is attempting to throw Archibald off.
Do vampires float?
I think no. Unless if they I think they could float if they deliberately try to bring a bunch of air into their lungs. I would entertain the possibility of that. But, like, they don't float as much as humans do. I think this was actually brought up in, like, one of the books.
Is it because there's no blood or something?
There's no
they don't
air.
have to breathe. They can breathe, but they don't need to.
That's not good. Probably. Yeah, that's more than I had.
So Wally successfully dislodges Archibald, but I'm going to say, due to the nature of it, Archibald's no longer attached to the back of Wally, but Archibald can still...
Whip my thing around?
Yeah, can still attempt twice to get the belt around Wally's face.
And then I could hold on to that.
Yeah, I think that's what we have left to resolve. So give a dexterity plus athletics roll to try to do that.
Okay, let's see here. This one's for all the marbles. This is what I've been trying to do for 2 hours.
4
And that's pretty
successes.
dang good right there. Okay, so I whip it around, hold it tight, and I've got his jaw shut. I whisper real close to his ear hole. I say, "It looks great on you."
So where we are right now is Wally has thrown Archibald off. Wally's right next to Darby and Archibald, but now has Archibald's belt cinched around its snout, mouth. There's a lot of ambiguity about how to refer to the face holes of creatures in this session.
I think we have the title of our episode: Face Holes.
Face holes. Excavo and Augustin are at the edge of the water and are now observing this, know what's going on. And our masked person, who looks like Mum Ra, is still doing something up against some iron bars, which appears to be the exit to this pool. I suggest that... are we cool with...
I think that's a
Colin?
really good spot, yeah.
Yeah.
We got this all tied up.
We gotta stop him from getting away.
I'm so embarrassed that this is Torpedo Ted. You're so right. It's Torpedo Ted, not Torpedo Tom. Torpedo Tom, not Torpedo Ted. Or Torpedo Ted is correct.
Torpedo Tom is the...
I didn't know it until I looked it up.
It's the mustachioed twin of Torpedo Ted.
Yeah. It's the nickname of Tom Petty, apparently, according to Google.
Torpedo Tom.
Wow.
Well, that was a fun session.
Yeah. So everyone has 2 additional experience points now. Archibald, you have 8. Would you like to spend them on something?
Let's see. I feel like it's always just long enough between sessions that I forget the cost of everything.
Oh, I can tell you.
I can't get another point of potence or celerity, can I? Because I feel like I want to do probably one of those.
I'll say you can do potence and celerity. You can do either of those.
Okay. I feel like I have been using them a lot.
We keep changing around these, like how long you have to wait to get an additional dot of something that you already increased. Because the book's rule for that is just is brutal. It's like you can only increase anything once per story, and our story is quite long. Now I'm feeling like
I thought we decided upon 6 in-game months. Isn't that what we agreed upon?
Yeah. Well, the thing is,
it has not been a single in-game month. Yeah.
Or not? No, sorry, not in-game months. IRL months.
Yeah.
6 months in real life, like as long as we've been playing. So we've been playing a little over a year. So something that you did on the beginning, you definitely could upgrade a second time. Something you did just recently, you couldn't.
So I'm looking at the experience point spending log, and I don't see dates, but I just see sessions. I was thinking of going with like if 10 sessions have passed, that's enough time.
Okay, sure.
But we started in April, so it's something close to it's like a year and a half, and we're on session 31. So 10. We'll say like 10 sessions is like roughly equivalent to that, and in that case you can increase either potence or celerity.
Which do you guys think would be better, potence or celerity?
I mean, you just saw the multiplicative power of high levels of celerity.
True.
It just lets you take an additional action per turn. It's fucking
Oh,
insane.
so that stacks. That's just not like a level 2 thing. Okay,
See,
I'm
you
doing
got
that.
to take 2 extra actions per turn. Darby can only take 1 extra
pretty
action
broken.
per turn. And you're going up to 3 actions per turn?
Yeah,
it's
I'm doing that.
insanely multiplicative.
Just for 1 blood, too. It's nuts.
And that's all 8 points, right?
You currently have 8 points. However, getting a third dot in either of those would take 10.
Next time.
So
next
I'm
time you can
short.
get it.
Okay, so next time I will do that. Cool.
Actually, it's unclear to me if it's only 1 blood point that you burn for all of your celerity, or if it is 1 per turn. Because it's phrased, the player can spend 1 blood point to take an extra action up to the number of dots he has in celerity. I feel like that needs...
That is confusingly worded.
I'll look it up after this just to make sure.
Aww.
So Archibald's sitting on his points and getting more celerity next time. Who is next? Augustin. You now have 22. Sitting on those and either learning cool new thaumaturgy from the Tremere or manifesting a 6th level of the Green Path on your own.
It's just clearly going to be Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. the spell.
Honest to goodness, I think that would be a funny arc to like actually get my blood-fed tomato seeds, and then level 6 thaumaturgy is literally just giving them actual sentience.
You know, we can explore that option. I floated a few ideas, or at least like one idea of what the 6th level could be, but the 5th level of anything is like pretty extraordinary, including like giving sentience to things that don't normally have it.
It kind of makes sense too, because they taught him the homunculus ritual, so he might be able to make some. Oh yeah, the Rooter's Hand, right. So that he might be able to use some of that knowledge to make plants that can do similar shit.
Let's if you want to go that route, let's brainstorm that between sessions. I think we can figure out some system for that would make sense for like a 6th level of thaumaturgy.
Okay. In what we're looking at reaching that being 20 points? 20-ish?
Don't know.
I think it's 25?
It would be current rating times 5. Yeah, so that would be 25.
Okay. So yeah, I'm going to hold on to those so we can brainstorm and hopefully reach that pinnacle so we can do some silly goodness.
And I mean, it should be pretty fucking strong. 25 experience points is no joke. Like, that is an insane amount for a single expenditure.
Yeah, if it weren't thaumaturgy, the 6th level of another discipline would be an elder level power, which gets into like silly stuff. Okay, Darby, you have 10 points.
So my plan was to buy more fortitude, and I have enough money for a 3rd dot of fortitude. I have not purchased any fortitude. I haven't really been using it. I haven't really needed to soak damage. I think instead,
Amazingly,
the thematically appropriate thing to purchase would be an additional dot of willpower. And so how much does that cost?
that will take you 6 to get your 7th dot of willpower.
So as much as I would love to start like doubling down on something like Brawl or Athletics, getting the 5th dot, because I think I'm eligible to work on something like that now, willpower makes more sense to me. I think Darby like overcame, the shackles of Thurgood and has a stronger character because of it. So I am going to expend 6 points for my 7th dot of willpower.
Cool. That'll make it a little easier to spend willpower on stuff, like automatic successes. Do you remember in the LARP when you could spend willpower to just retest anything that you failed?
I kind of like that system, honestly.
No, that was gnarly.
It made all the work for role-playing for willpower, because it was really difficult to get the storyteller to let you buy more. Like, you couldn't just min-max it. It had to be like, well, what are you doing? How are you getting stronger?
Mm-hmm.
And one of the other players in the game, like, did out-of-character stuff, like, did this entire plot for years, and the reward was 1 additional free point of willpower. Like, it was just more precious than gold in the game, because it was incredibly valuable.
Well, that brings us to Scavo. You have 9 experience points. What are your intentions?
I have it marked that I want to get another point of obfuscate when I hit 10. So I'm saving.
Cool. All right. Well, good session. Any last notes?
That's gonna die. Coming for you.
This masked person or thing?
Yeah.
Watch out.
It's personal.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
and
kill.
it's cornered right now, and there's only the alligator in the way. Its last mini boss.
I have a feeling you're up to more tricks than just that.
Something.
But,
Yeah. There's something going on here.
Remains to be seen.
Oh, I know exactly what I'm going to have to come face to face with. I just don't want it to believe it.
Uh-oh. What?
Can you give me a hint in case your idea is better than my idea?
Well, I mean, okay, this is off the record. Are we still live?
Yeah.
All right, well, okay, either way. Well, I mean, it's going to be Onion Jack is going to be involved in this. He's going to be my final obstacle, clearly, that because they took his body.
Again?
They took his body.
You have to kill him again.
They took his body, and I won't be able to do it. That's how I'm also going to die and have to make a new character.
I will consider that plot twist, but...
Oh, I would have I assumed that. I was like definitely 100% certain that was where it was going.
I was almost 100% certain that at some point you guys are going to check the body bags in the room and find...
My friend is riding an alligator in the next room. We're distracted.
You've been a little distracted, yeah.
I mean, this is why I was like, with a singular focus, I ran after death, because my idea is like, I want to kill him before he can like desecrate the corpse of Onion Jack. But then I figured there'd be a twist, and I'd be like, too late. Or he would like reveal his face under the mask, and it is Onion Jack. That would be like horrible somehow.
Or he'll be
I don't
like,
know how that would work, but
I'm the only one who can resurrect your friend.
ooh,
Something
that's
like that.
good.
But he can't really say anything when he's underwater.
But you have to get eaten by my alligator. What the heck are you doing over there with that like creepypasta tomato over there?
That's about how powerful I felt today. It's like, yeah, I'm building up my armory of tomato god memes.
Wow.
It's not where I thought we were going to end up going, but I think that's where we're at.
All right. Until next time. This has been weird and a lot of fun. All right, love you guys.
Good games. Love it. Peace.